Here in Barcelona, day 3 of the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series.
The America's Cup is a game of time. To sit out a week right now would have been a huge loss.
Here we go. That boat is back and racing, the Defender.
We're back on the water now and ready to go.
Not too far behind Orient Express Racing.
The learning curve is still really steep.
Oh, disaster for the French team there.
We just have to raise our level and just catch the consistency we need.
I don't think we really fear anybody. I think if we start well and we sail the boat well, then we're going to be hard to beat.
The New York Yacht Club's American Magic will get another win on the board.
Really strong effort, gents.
Yeah, these starts and that light stuff, it's really hard trying to avoid the other boat's gas.
Great decision by Emirates Britannia. They wanted the left-hand side and they gave all that bad air to Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
We've got a number of different plays and it just depends where the other boat goes and what the breeze is looking like. And I thought we did a good job of that today.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing still winless.
We know that we can do way better. For sure, we will never give up.
Both these boats have 2 points.
We're not underestimating anyone. You know that we're clearly any of these boats can win races.
Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli, they get win number 3 in the Louis Vuitton Cup.
Yeah, we had 2 races, we took 2 wins. In those conditions, we'll take that. But we're still far from our potential, I believe.
Bienvenue and welcome to Barcelona, Spain's second largest city with one of the busiest seaports in Europe and home to the Louis Vuitton 37th America's Cup. As we near the end of round robin 1 of the Challenger Selection Series, at this stage the Swiss need a drop of luck like the French. The British and Americans are searching for consistency and the Italians are like a bear in a room of honey, salivating at each opportunity to gobble up the opposition. But it's early days. After yesterday's double win, Luna Rossa now heads the table from Britannia, while New Zealand have slipped in these rankings because of the repair job being undertaken on Taihoro. Take New Zealand out, and Italy look even more impressive in the Challenger rankings, not having suffered a single loss against any of the others. The British and Americans solid with 2 wins apiece. The 4th day of the Louis Vuitton Cup opens with the Defender against Alinghi Red Bull Racing. New Zealand on the racecourse twice today, like the Swiss, who meet Italy in the 3rd race of the day. France might fancy their chances against the British, but the Challenger of record is starting to find its groove. It will be a tough proposition. Teams are good to go as they dock out. Emirates Team New Zealand will want some more racetrack work today. The Swiss, the race for survival, is starting to get really, really tough. And Ineos Britannia, they're happy with the way they're going. And Ben Angie says there's more still to come. Watch out. France, Content de la Pierre, not happy. But it's all eyes forward for Orient Express Racing. 2 wins yesterday for Team USA, and they'll be wanting more. And for Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli, they have a target on their back, and that's all the other 4 challengers. It's a Sunday here in Barcelona. The weather's changed somewhat. It's cooled down a little bit. The crowds are continuing to turn up. We've had a few showers as well. But what's the real weather like out on the racetrack? Here's Shirley Robertson.
Well, the racetrack today is wonderfully positioned within, well, cheering distance of the fans watching from the city's stunning shoreline. The conditions this week have certainly added to the jeopardy. Today, though, there's a slightly higher level of confidence that we're good to go. It's cloudy, so potentially less complications from the heating of the city. The direction is northeast, further left than the last few days, and anything from 7 to 11 knots. Well, for each head-to-head race, it's a battle of control and skill, with the boundaries pushing the boats back together, forcing multiple high-tariff manoeuvres, both upwind and downwind, pushing the sailors to the limit. On each of the 3 laps, our teams will be trying to find the best of the conditions in this very new direction and fighting, well, to claim it all for themselves. Lots to look forward to.
Race 12, Alinghi Red Bull Racing, Emirates Team New Zealand.
Yet to get a win on the board and struggling with light wind starts, they need to use this no points race to find form. At its very core, the Swiss team knows what it takes. It's stacked with cup-winning experience behind the scenes. They need solutions, and quickly. Driving is Sarah Faggis and young Bachelon, trimming Rula and Metro, and supplying the wattage. Olympic rowers Delars and Jacot, and youth America's Cup medalists Survey and Troop.
Emirates Team New Zealand did not get much racing in yesterday and will be keen to get a win on the board in today's first race against the Swiss team of Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Current defender of the 37th America's Cup, the team will be looking to get some valuable eyes on their competitors. Steering the yacht is Nathan Outridge and Peter Burling. Blair Tuke and Andy Maloney make up the afterguard. Cam Webster, Dougal Allen, Marcus Hansen and Hamish Bond are on the pumps today.
So we get going for race number 12 and Alinghi Red Bull Racing up and running, and Emirates Team New Zealand looking for a really big race today because they really want to get themselves to going. This is a little bit of surprise. If you go back maybe 5 minutes ago, as we see Alinghi Red Bull Racing being towed up, they had issues. Oh yes, they had issues. They had mast issues. We know what's happened before. This one was slightly different on Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
Nice breeze in front of us. I will not be far. Nice pressure in front. Happy to extend.
This is the race committee. We have completed the wind sampling and this race is live.
Just need to take the start, so we can, even if we do one tack.
So just a quick reminder, what happened before the start of this race for Alinghi Red Bull Racing? So it will be Alinghi Red Bull Racing still getting up the course. Can they make it inside that 2 minutes and 10 second barrier? Can they get into the start box for this race? And on starboard it will be Emirates Team New Zealand. As you can see, bottom of the screen, that's where Alinghi Red Bull Racing are. They're going to be way late into the start box.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing, they're having to actually sail their way up to the course. They have to spike off the chase boat. No earlier than 3 minutes from the start.
Just as good of pressure off the boat end of the line.
New Zealand coming in now. They'll want a race today.
This is the umpires.
Against Orient Express Racing yesterday.
You are disqualified. Boundary penalty greater than 100 metres.
Absolute heartbreak for Alinghi Red Bull Racing there. As part of the rules, when the racing window opens, if you are more than 100 metres outside the boundary, you are disqualified. So absolute, such a shame there for Alinghi Red Bull Racing. They were so close to getting in, only probably a minute away from actually entering the course. So such a shame.
Such a massive team effort the last hour. They couldn't hoist their main. They had to come back to the harbour, make repairs on the mast. All the time, very aware of the clock to get to the start. But, you know, an incredible team around them, and to actually be sailing in such a short period of time. Remember, this race is not for points. Their eyes will firmly be a couple of races further down the track.
So what do Alinghi Red Bull Racing do? Do they say, well, okay, it's a no points race, we still go racing anyway?
Good question. I mean, as we see Emirates Team New Zealand here sort of coming in, it'll be time on distance for them. They'll basically just try and have a start. I think Alinghi have made the effort to get there, but they might just say, well, we're here now, we're going to have a go.
24.
Hear the voice of Nathan Outridge counting down and trying to get time on distance inside the last 15 seconds now to start. 10 seconds to go to the official start of race number 12 in the Louis Vuitton Cup off the coast of Barcelona. Clean start by both teams, Emirates Team New Zealand and Alinghi Red Bull Racing, but you've heard race management, they are disqualified.
Slowly trending left from here. Want to go with them from now? Better pressure right.
Nice pressure on the right.
This being a no points race, with the defender being involved, they'll probably just use this opportunity, Alinghi Red Bull Racing, just to see how they line up against the current defender. Some eyes on their competition.
One board down, quite light on the exit. And turning here.
Left gone.
2, 1, up.
Exit 3.
Heading lighter again.
1, 14.
Trying to go high. Still on the lefty, big lefty. I don't have them on the package either. They just like now.
That's the side of things, probably for the shift. What do you reckon, BT?
It's a great looking day.
It's going to be a little more to come still.
Breeze quite a lot further left. They're literally sailing along the beach. It's fantastic. A little bit more pressure than we've seen on the last 2 days. It looks a lot more solid.
Otherwise, we have right up.
This is the umpires, Switzerland, confirming you have been disqualified from the race for being more than 100 metres out of the boundary while racing.
We're a little higher, slower. It's a sail with some airbrush, please. Yep. Make fast.
Well, Arno Sarafagis choosing to ignore British later and leave the course. I mean, this race is really important to the Swiss team. They are on the back foot. They want to also check that the repairs are good. They want to learn as much as they can.
Just top left of your screen, you can see the umpire room, and the voice you've been hearing about reminding Alinghi Red Bull Racing that they've been disqualified was the man at the bottom right, Richard Slater, just reminding them they were outside the boundary when the race became live and they are disqualified. But I think they're going, you know what? We've worked hard enough to get this mast issue underway. Let's just go racing. I think it's valuable for everybody because we get to see the Defender running fully and at full speed after the work they had undertaken 3 days ago now as we head towards that top gate for the first time.
Also, if you're Alinghi, you're on again on match 3, and this is a great chance, isn't it, to learn the course. And we haven't seen any races in this wind direction, so much learning to do for the Swiss outfit.
So this is officially, unofficially, race at 12. We can say that, knowing they've got the DQ. But I'm really happy. You know what? I'm really happy. Alinghi Red Bull Racing going. You know what? Thank you, umpires. But we're just going to go racing, and that's what we all want to see. Where these boats are at, because Alinghi Red Bull Racing, when it comes to points race, they need to go. Emirates Team New Zealand coming into the top gate for the first time. They are steaming in at just under 35 knots. They take the right-hand mark as you see it, and around goes the Defender, whipping that rear end around and heading downwind for the first time. In comes Alinghi Red Bull Racing. In a moment, we'll show you what went on before the start of this race, but they're sailing confidently. This is a huge time for them to gain confidence. They are 0-3 on the board when it comes to the Challenger Selection Series. So let's actually go on the chase boat to Pietro Sabello. Because he's on the chase boat for Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Pietro, thanks for giving us your time. Hard luck on the DQ, but wow, what exactly went on pre-race?
Yeah, unfortunately, after the hoist of the mainsail, the bolt rope came out of the track, of the mast track, middle height of the mainsail height, so we had to drop the mainsail and do a quick repair to the track, which we decided to do inside the harbor for the avoiding to do that in the waves. Was for sure a rush. We were pretty close. We missed the 2 minutes to the start, but anyway, it was a good team effort, and the team spirit is, you can see it. We cannot stop the guys. They are eager to race and to learn, so this is our spirit.
So confirmation, Pietro, you're going to continue the full 6 legs of this race just for race practice?
Yeah, I think for sure we cannot stop the guys. They are put hard, and we will see what they can take out of this.
Thanks for your time, Pietro.
Thank you.
Pietro Sabello, the coach, one of the coaches of Alinghi Red Bull Racing. So the lads have got their bit between the teeth.
Early tag to go to the left.
It's great to see the wind map there. It's showing more breeze on the shore side.
Nice, very nice shift for us, 26.
It's a good day for racing. Stephen McIver, double Olympic gold medalist Shirley Robertson, America's Cup tactician Peter Lester on the water, and birthday boy, 3-time America's Cup champion Glenn Ashby in the house as well. Happy birthday, buddy, from all of us.
Thank you very much.
Another year older. Couldn't think of a better way to spend a birthday than with you, Stephen, in here, watching these guys rip around.
So what do you
Obviously lovely
think
news
for
to Shirley.
then? It's 20 seconds to mark.
Looks quite pressure and left on that boundary on the right turn.
That left,
we can take that bias and then early attack in the pressure.
Heading into the bottom gate, and that speed downwind of Emirates Team New Zealand is rocketing towards 44 knots. They are absolutely hauling on this Sunday afternoon in Barcelona, and they are going to throw Tohoto around that left-hand gate. Mind you, not too far behind is Lingy Red Bull Racing. They too are just a tad under 40 knots as well, so it's a cracking day for sailing as Lingy Red Bull Racing come around the bottom mark and head up on leg number 3.
Nice pressure by the TV board there. Very nice pressure on the right as well. Big lefty 25.
Nice rounding there, Lingy Red Bull Racing.
Very nice podium.
This gone to the water with change 0, Peter Lester. Sorry it's taken a little while to get you today, Pete, but looks like there's plenty of wind out there today because those boats are cranking.
Oh, it's an absolute glamour, and it's a wee bit more than forecast, I'd say. I'm just looking at wind on the water, probably 12 knots-ish. And Emirates Team New Zealand just out on our hip here on the left-hand side, and they're ripping it, heading up the second windward beat. It was a pretty good time run back to the start for Lingy. They certainly had bolt rope problems getting that mainsail up, but this is a good hit out for them.
It would have been a tough debrief, I think, in Lingy Red Bull Racing last night. Yet to score, really struggling in the start box. I mean, they'll be relieved that there's a bit more pressure today, but it looks like they've come out firing. Communications on board are good. I mean, how do you think that they should really approach this, Glenn?
Yeah, they're really sailing the boat well, and every minute on the water, particularly against the defender, you are learning a lot, and I think the team will take great comfort in the fact that they're out there ripping around now and sailing the boat well. So
you will get there in one from here.
Race 3 of the day, the most important one for Lingy Red Bull Racing coming up.
Turns nice, I reckon.
Yeah, nice. Starting to trend left a little.
Looks like it's a good lefty out here, right? Yes, it's a good lefty. Aiming pretty hard pressure. And
this is the furthest left we've seen. They've gone.
3, 2, 1.
Intéressant. Performance here. They're still on starboard. That's a big left.
If you're thinking of coming to Barcelona, there's some really lovely cafes and restaurants along the shore. I mean, the beach is unbelievable. It's so nice.
Although summer is, I guess, officially ended today, it's still certainly warm. Definitely no jackets required.
Super flat down low, this thing, eh?
Yeah.
Pete just talking about mainsail world there, I think, and you can see how depowered the rig is there on both boats, really charging up wind here, needing flat, clean, tightly sheeted sails for maximum efficiency.
Of course, the defender not looking for points from the round robin. They're looking for learning, and for sure they're trying new kit.
If anyone had any concerns about the condition of the defender's boat after being fixed up after the crane drop, I don't think you've got any worries because they are absolutely thrashing the boat today.
A little bit loosey-goosey around the top there. Emirates Team New Zealand. Nathan saying sorry guys, but absolutely zero dramas there. Boat still at full pace, so up on 2 wheels.
It's pedal down. It is completely pedal down on Emirates Team New Zealand today. They are showing some really strong speed upwind and downwind as Lingy Red Bull Racing headed to the top mark. And that will be the halfway point in this no points race, but very important learning practice race for both these teams.
Lingy Red Bull Racing actually broken 2 rigs prior to the Cup starting. Problems today with their old one. I mean, is it sort of a fragile area, or do you think it's specific to this team?
Yeah, happy to extend always the left boundary.
Great question. Hard to know. They're the only team to have broken a mast, let alone 2. So possibly unlucky, or possibly something else.
I think your initial call would probably been pretty good.
I felt like we got stuck in that road.
Yeah, I thought
they've
their one
out. They're probably with it.
See even on the downwind just how deep-powered the sail plan is. Really flat and clean rigs there.
Yeah, we've got your razor.
I think inside's better for waves. If
not much space over here though.
I know, copy, your call. Then we can move over there later, but yeah, happy either way.
Where are you? We'll just come to you.
I love the comms between Pete Burling and Nathan Outridge.
job.
Nathan's
So,
really added a new dimension, I think,
must have been right
to the
behind
comms,
us,
and we're lucky to be
Well,
able
it's
to
too
hear
late.
that.
Any idea how long to this next start?
It'll be within 10 minutes. Oh, sorry. You want to just go upwind a bit?
Yeah, just go back onto 2. One more drop.
I think if we're going to go left, we'd go up, but
Yeah, I can see them right up by that yellow cat.
just can't get
By this. Yeah, we
get
get and near the spare mark. Yes.
Yeah, we're about
Emirates Team New Zealand not approaching the mark for the League 4, so maybe, just maybe, they've decided they've done enough for today.
Pardon? 2, 1, and 4. Sorry, 17 there. Oodles or angle.
What do we say?
Yeah,
looks like
14.
both boats pulling the pin on this race, Stephen, so haven't had any confirmation, but the fact they haven't actually gone around that bottom mark, it's pretty clear that both teams have called it for this race. So a lot to like of what we saw from both boats, to be fair, in those 3.5 legs, maybe of what we saw.
It was almost hard to go fast mode on this deck now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. It's waves or sheer, with these waves, I think.
Let's go on board the chase boat for Emirates Team New Zealand. Coach Ray Davies joins us right now. Wonder what was going on there for a moment. Ray, you decided to pull the plug on this race?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, Lingy there couldn't make the start time. It was a real shame. They had an issue with their mainsail and mast track, and did a time run from the port and didn't quite make it by a couple of minutes. So we were just doing a bit of practice sailing against them, but yeah, it's a real shame.
Did you give the lads the go fast card today and say give it a good thrash to just get them any potential wrinkles out after the fix?
Yeah, no, absolutely. No holes barred on sailing the boat. No issues. The shore crew did an absolutely incredible job in the time frame. So I'm stoked to be back out here and amongst it, and we're really looking forward to the next race against USA.
Fantastic conditions out there. Razor looks absolutely spot on. Obviously a big race coming up this afternoon against the US. That'll be a fantastic challenge.
It is. It's amazing conditions. We sort of, you would have seen, 10 to 13 knots. Really a long way left for what we would normally see. So a little bit different, but perfect conditions for these boats now. Look forward to 3 more good races.
How comforting is that feeling, Ray, of seeing Taihoda ripping around like that?
These are the conditions that all the boats are designed for, that sort of 10 knots, and it's a real showcase of where we've come with the foiling technology. It's just absolutely incredible, the numbers that we can pull around the track, and we just hope for a bit more of these conditions.
Ray, there's a lot of people in that rib. Just give the viewers a little insight into what's going on and what everyone's doing.
Oh no, plenty of people on here for sure. No, we're into a main change, battery change. Obviously we've got a couple of buys until our next race. We've got heaps of time, but breeze has picked up earlier before the start. We were on the light air mainsail, M1. But conditions have picked up now, so we'll drop this main and keep options open for our next race. But yeah, we've got Curly driving, Michael, Matt, Thomas, they're all head down, tuning over the data. Dolce is keeping an eye on things.
Of course he is.
Good shape.
Nice, mate.
Thanks for your time, buddy. Talk soon. So as you can see, Emirates Team New Zealand, they're happy on that boat. Why would they be? I mean, isn't it crazy? Inside 2 days, we've got real wind, and we're seeing the boats really pushing it, like really, as we say, foot to the floor.
Like change of mainsail. I mean, it's right on the edge. The boats have 2 mainsails. That's right, isn't it? And as soon as the maximum powered up, looking to flatten that off, then they're quickly into the change. I mean, how easy is it to do this on the water?
Yeah, the teams are pretty well practiced at changing sails, and they are quite complicated, but the systems have basically got more and more simple over the last couple of years. So although there's plenty going on, it's a fairly quick process, and all teams doing a really good job of changing. And the big mainsails, 145 square metres, down to the smaller mainsails around 135 square metres, so 10 square metre reduction there in sail area, but making a huge difference to the upper range and lower range performance.
And a big difference in shape, I imagine.
Yeah, the M1's generally a little deeper and providing a little bit more power than the M2s.
Okay, so as you can see quite plainly, an early finish to the scheduled race between Alinghi Red Bull Racing and Emirates Team New Zealand, but they've given you a taste of where Taihoro is standing, and a good sign too for Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Let's take you back to race number 7. It was a goodie too. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli against American Magic.
Hey, Greeny, 20 and 40.
Not a great deal of bias in the start line.
Quite low in the box.
Hey, Greeny's gone.
Yeah, he turns down.
Hey, 20.
Yeah, he's got small.
Luna Rossa gone all the way to the boundary, jibing back.
And 4 down.
Hey, going speed out of this.
Decision now on American Magic whether to jump, which looks like they are doing here.
Straight at us here at the moment.
Yes,
We are almost 440 kil. So the pin.
American Magic leading back, still a lot of time.
He's trying to get
a little bit of gas for us still.
Up to speed.
He's a little faster at the moment.
Check in, we'll see.
Both boats are above the start ley line. American Magic just keeping an eye on the time, looking to see when Luna Rossa is going to start to push.
Both boats quite early, killing a lot of time there, so American Magic need to try and roll Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, but not be early for the start.
Inside the last 10 seconds.
Rolling all the way up there.
Who's the most under pressure?
One.
The way up.
And it is a go, a battle of the heavyweights in race 7 of the Louis Vuitton Cup. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli and American Magic. Split tack start.
Nice start.
Fantastic start there, American Magic. Really forcing Luna Rossa onto the back foot early. You see just on the foils there, really down speed tack. Looking to sail in the gas. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli on the back foot here. Going to have to build the speed over to that right-hand boundary to make sure they execute that next tack. Big gain to American Magic.
You know, Luna Rossa slow into that start and then forced to tack so quickly. A real tricky manoeuvre, the down speed tack. Speed slowly coming.
Let's just pick a good moment, no rush.
Let's go on to chase 0. Peter Lester, your thoughts on that start?
Well, American Magic dominated, and I thought their trim up in terms of over the top of Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli was a beauty. And Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli just tacking right next to us as they come about onto starboard. And when they look round their forestay, they'll see that American Magic have got a comfortable lead.
American Magic came off that line. They were only 5 metres back. I mean, nothing, and doing 32 knots. They were launched.
Okay, minus for him. That's good.
American Magic making life hard for the Italians.
He's going back.
Copy. Nice angle to build. Hi, Trav.
It's a big lead quite early on. You know, that speed differential and that first tack really hurt Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Yeah, that's best pressure here.
We've seen it a few times, haven't we, how important it is actually to be over speed as you cross the start line.
I got the 3. Just high edge here.
30 seconds.
Pressing with the mod.
Pressure looks pretty good here.
I think we're happy to go back from here.
No slower than that.
20 seconds.
Color's lefty. Okay.
Guys.
Stand by.
Going in 3.
Put down in 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Beautiful tack there, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. American Magic also a nice manoeuvre. Little gain to the Italians of late. Be interesting to see what the intersection will be here.
Definitely closed the gap, the Italians.
Yeah, I've got a little more pressure out the right-hand side there for the Italians in that last exchange.
Italian team right of way.
Stand by.
2, 1. Definite gain to the Italians on that last exchange, but forced to tack away and clear their air. Absolutely no chance of staying behind that 30 air. American team.
Delay, obviously. Looking for a fast build here, boys.
American Magic. This has been a strong first lead. Yes, gains have been made by Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, but the clinical start to get to this point, and they will be heading towards the top gate for the first time. How close is this going to be, though?
Gains to the Italians here. Could be a really, really close cross coming up here. This could be really interesting.
Okay, stand by.
I can't see. You got it. 2, 1. 4 down.
Top gate first time. And it's a split rounding of the gate. And one would say, if you look at the numbers there, advantage Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Make sure we can.
So 2 lead changes in race 7 already.
Not long here.
Got a match on our hands. Very close to Barcelona.
Really interesting. Sorry, Stephen, this bottom gate here, the tactical decisions. But just listen to both teams because they will be close as they come on bow here.
It is coming. Go down slowly. Finger across.
Yep. At this stage, he's ahead.
I think he's going to go left.
I agree. Get on, guys.
American Magic. It's close, this one, as they get to that bottom gate for the first time, complete leg number 2, and there is nothing in this one. American Magic round first, but almost simultaneously.
His turn. Hey, let's just keep the pace up.
Tom Slingsby saying nice right shift there, so they are in phase at the moment, but Italian Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli team, really good boat speed there, so really fantastic battle here.
Everywhere, goody.
You see the track there of American Magic after they've tacked, and obviously a little wobble of breeze out that side of the course. They've lifted and sort of got back into it again, but big gain to Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli there with that last shift and a little more pressure possibly.
She's going all the way today.
3, 2, 1.
Francesco Bruni called it before, one hand in, and that's exactly what they're doing as they attempt to extend their lead on American Magic. There have been 3 lead changes so far in race 7. And right now, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli has a slight advantage on American Magic. It'll be a bigger advantage than it was at the bottom gate.
Yeah, you're all good.
As they complete the halfway point in race 7 of the Louis Vuitton Cup.
Hey, it's just you on the light showing, getting close.
Bye, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Luna Rossa for the final time in this race. Heading towards that and going through the top gate, and that right-hand mark as you see it. And then heading down on the downward leg for the final time and the finish line.
Power up, boys.
They go straight by American Magic. They have been working hard. It was a great start. That upwind leg just saw a lead change and the top mark. Round they go. 25 seconds in arrears to Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Luna Rossa make it look easy, but the coordination between the trimming and the flight control and the steering and the guys in the back, that's a lot to choreograph and get right.
Heading into the finish line for this race number 7, and it will be Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Got beaten off the start, recovered beautifully, and they get the point. The valuable point in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series.
Stand, fella.
Heading towards race 13, here's a question for you. What does it take to power an AC75? The answer, brawn, muscle, physical strength, and a gold medal sporting pedigree. It doesn't really seem to matter if you come from cycling, rowing, running, or sailing background. To be an America's Cup cyclor, you need a never say die attitude and the ability to grind it out through the pain zone.
So the power group at Alinghi Red Bull Racing is composed of 9 members, all obviously athletes, sailors, rowers, cyclists, middle distance runners.
Contrary to popular belief, we use our legs primarily in rowing, and it's not a big difference to use them on the bike. I think the mentality as well, you know, pushing hard in training, in racing, that we all very reliable when it comes down to putting our best performance.
So at Alinghi Red Bull Racing, it's true I'm the only cyclist, so I guess I'm bringing a bit of cycling knowledge in the game. A good track cyclist is someone who is able to recover from a short sprint and still be in the race. So I guess on the boat it's the same for us. I would say it's an endurance sport with a lot of sprint in between, and therefore you need to have the ability to change rhythm and still be efficient after 25 minutes of racing.
The rowers bring obviously banter, watts, and really a good work attitude.
Paul Jacko brings height to the team. No, he's a good guy. We've been friends for a long time. Physically, he's very good, a powerful guy.
So I actually live with Barnaby de Laas, so I know him really well. I think what he brings to the team is an incredible competitive mindset and just a willingness to work and get it done.
We're basically a bit like a goalkeeper in football. We can't really make the team win, but we can definitely make it lose. Our job is to produce the power which is going to be used to trim the sails, so everything above deck is powered by us via a hydraulic system. So if we stop pedaling, the sails won't move.
Having had boat zero and the opportunity to sail on the AC-75 maybe a bit more than the other teams has given us, I think, two competitive edge. The first one is obviously we're probably more used to it than other teams, but the second aspect is not necessarily physical or athletic, it's also allowed us to develop a system that's been tried and tested for a bit longer.
You know, it really gives a sense of achievements and also understanding into the system. So I think that's going to be a big plus for us.
It's a lot of sacrifice to win the America's Cup. I mean, it's more than just a sport, it's a way of life, of living. So everything I do, everything I want to do is to win the cup, and I try my best every day to reach my goal.
Race 13, Ineos Britannia, Orient Express Racing.
Representing the club where it all started, this team oozes experience and resources. And add to that the technical buy-in of F1 giants Mercedes, and Ben Ainsley knows that this time there can be no excuses. Sharing driving duties with Ainsley is the impressively composed Cup rookie Olympic gold medalist Dylan Fletcher, keeping the boat fast, trimmers McMillan and Mon. And providing the power will be Rossiter, Hunter, Cornish, all led by Olympic gold rowing medalist Matt Gottral.
The French team of Orient Express Racing are here in AC37 to turn some heads and put France on the map in the race for the America's Cup. The driving team of Quentin Delapierre on the starboard side of the yacht and Kevin Pepinet on the port side are joined by foil trimmers Mathieu Van Dam and Jason Saunders. Providing the fuel for the yacht is the cycling team of Thibaut Verhoeven, Germain Chardin, Antoine Norgaret and Timmy Lepau.
Time to go racing, and this is a race that matters. There are points on the line. There are the men steering both boats on 6 legs of this course of Barcelona, and a beautiful day. The Ghost Boat Simulator showing you the optimum way to get to the top mark, but sometimes conditions and tactics dictate otherwise.
This is the race committee. The wind sampling period is complete, and this race is live.
So, the dance begins shortly. Coming in on port entry, it will be Ineos Britannia, who have 2 wins on the board and 1 loss in the Challenger Selection Series. And France coming in on starboard. They are 1 and 2. 1 win, 2 losses. That 1 point at the moment could be valuable as we progress.
Kenny, yeah, nice. 2, 1 more down here. 2, 1, no. Farewell. Hailing on exit. Yeah, should be good.
Well, listening in on Ineos Britannia, they're going to be open-minded about what's going on. A lot happening on this course, and they've not had much experience in it yet.
No problem with them.
Ineos Britannia time and distance pretty much spot on as they come into the start box. You can see the green light flashing saying you're good to go in the start box. Coming in at speed. Look how quick they're coming in and going to engage Orient Express.
Yeah, over 45 knots of entry speed there. The French not mucking around, and they'll be wanting to put the pressure here on Ineos Britannia.
Working down here.
Enough breeze today in this pre-start to be quite aggressive, to get involved, to push the opposition.
Hailing on it, in here. They're quite high at the moment. Go well then.
À combien? Ok, stand by Barrow. En 2 bancs. En dernier ici.
Orient Express high in the box, jibing round. We'll probably try and get some depth, so they're back in line with the start. Still a minute to go.
Ineos jumping there, so leading back.
On est toujours au-dessus de la line com. On approche les line com.
France coming for the push.
Ok, on croise les lignes comme.
Turn up now. Hold my wheel. Must turn up. Okay, turning up.
Ouais.
Coming up, boys. Here we go. Okay. Turning right. Okay, four down. Boys coming up. Hey, stay with it. Going, hello. Getting 5 here. High mode when we can. Copy. Yeah, Captain. Okay, killing 4. Let's go.
Il est pas loin d'être trop tôt. Ouais, je pense qu'il est late. On est à 6
Just getting safe on the pin, maybe not quite.
All about the tiny distance. Are they early?
Peut-être un chouïa tôt, j'ai pas de... Ok, super.
A little early there, Ineos.
Vas-y, racing.
Duck down, both boats having a duck.
Here we go, big white on. Big white on. Let's go.
We have a start in race 13 of the Louis
This is
Vuitton
the
Cup.
umpires.
And it's a ripper.
OCS GBR, get behind. OCS GBR, get behind penalty.
Slightly over Ineos Britannia. They've got to get behind 75 metres against Orient Express Racing.
Meters coming down, that's good angle.
Ineos Britannia 40 centimetres over that line. We heard the surprise on board.
French will need to hit them hard here. Make them pay.
Ah oui, 2, 1, bord up.
Massive opportunity, isn't it, for Orient Express?
GBR, 40 metres to go.
Still got to wash off some distance. The British there. Yeah, slow, painful 40 metres for them to wash off there, sailing back through the dirt of Orient Express Racing.
Penalty clear.
No room to tack back to the boundary either there for Ineos, so this will hurt for a little bit.
Let's go on to chase boat zero with Peter Lester. More wind, more aggression in the start box, Peter.
Yeah, what a cracker. And Ineos just got their time on distance slightly wrong. And it just, that 75 metres at these speeds doesn't sound a lot, but it's just the pain that you have to suffer to fall back behind that leading boat by 75 metres. But this turns this one into a real cracker of a race.
Just having a look here, Shirley, you see the boundary there, the electronic boundary of the boat there, just over the start line at the gun, and crikey, so close to being behind, but the accuracy is down to 5 millimetres, so it is what it is. French making life hard here for Ineos Britannia.
3, 2, 1, mate. 1, 2, 1, go board.
Such an opportunity for the French team, Orient Express. I mean, really just sort of calm down, stay with the opposition, try and keep it simple. If they could get a win on the board from this race, this is a big scalp.
Definitely a big scalp, and what they'll be wanting to do here is just lock the boat in, keep hurting them every time they tack back onto port tack, which is the other tack. They're not affecting Ineos Britannia on this tack, but it's the other tack on port, which they need to make sure they keep putting them in their dirty air every time they tack back to the centre of the course.
Good chance for everybody to take a good look at the boat performance in these wind conditions for both these boats, because we haven't had too much wind in the last 24, 36 hours, so really get another look at these boats under in good wind conditions.
About hill. Yeah, I think flat to one wind, but it's good. Like a nice line of pressure here. Yeah. They've set up left, right turn here. Should get to one and in from here, boys. Any slower than this? 35 seconds. Try to recover. Go to lay line and see what happens. Yeah, copy. Good line of breeze just on the starboard lay there. Yeah. That's nice. Pretty solid that. Or less. Going well here, guys. They look like they're reaching to match us on the tack. Yeah. Good breeze in 2. Pretty square gate. Lay line in 10.
Great intel from Ben Ainsley.
Yeah, just past.
That the French are sailing low out of the tacks to match them with every manoeuvre. Ineos Britannia making small gain.
Orient Express Racing hit the top mark for the first time. They are leading the Challenger record This is a brilliant race. Race 13 of the Louis Vuitton Cup. Good sailing conditions, fast boats, so much more to play out here off the coast of Barcelona. Orient Express Racing are being followed around by Ineos Britannia.
Let's get 100. Hit it, boys. Okay, looking for an early drive, you guys. Just hold the 10. Yeah, I will do. Nice. Nice.
A little bit loose there on Ineos Britannia. The last tack, quite a wobbly one, so need to keep it together and keep the pressure on Orient Express Racing. Look at the Ghost Boats options. Sorry, Shirley. Not much on offer there. Both boats just having to sail fast and clean.
Breeze looks good at the bottom end of the course.
Definitely more pressure down that bottom end of the course, absolutely. So we'll see the boat speeds increase. We've got a real race on our hands here.
Back in the preliminary regatta, we saw evidence of downwind pace actually from both these boats. It is so close.
Let's go to chasers. Zero. They're both ripping, Pete. Can you see any advantage anywhere, particularly boat speed?
Yeah, I like the look of Ineos on the downwind. We did see in the preliminary regatta she's got good pace. I think she's got some of the smaller wings out here. Look good on the downwind. For Orient upwind looked really strong. I thought she looked very Team New Zealand-like instead of her bow down on that upwind, first upwind.
Fantastic battle here. Nice jibe, both boats. Ineos sailing faster, Orient Express on lower soaking mode. Very, very different modes there on both boats at the moment. Speeds will equalise, but Orient Express Racing will have to be careful they don't sail the boat too low and slow here.
Les targets de boat speed ont l'air plutôt bonnes, on est deux nœuds en dessous. Pour l'instant c'est one and in. Ok, c'est un peu de split. On est un peu trop serré, je pense.
Orient Express talking about one and in. Currently letting Ineos go, but going to the ley line.
On est à 15 secondes lead.
Both boats one manoeuvre to the bottom gate here. Race is absolutely wide open here.
These are the races sailors live for.
3, 2, 1, mate, heading.
Nothing in it. Heading towards the bottom mark.
The fact that they've simo jibe means that they're both bow on bow.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening the course length to 1.6 nautical miles.
Ineos Britannia on starboard, they have all the rights.
Great race.
Lead change at the bottom mark. Advantage Ineos Britannia as they complete leg two, but only just. Orient Express Racing going around that right-hand mark as you see it.
Massive, messy manoeuvre from Orient Express.
Really tricky manoeuvre there. They've managed to get round and keep the boat on the foils. They're going to have to put the bow down on the jib now. And build some speed. Advantage Ineos.
Ok, stand by. En 3, 2, 1, bord down. Ok. Ok, il a viré.
Tout à l'heure ici.
You see the dip behind there for Orient Express. They were on the ley line, but Ineos right in their way, so forcing a really difficult manoeuvre there at the bottom to take the left turn.
Maybe a two-border bend. Leave with it. Board in here.
Right of way boat here, Shirley, Orient Express Racing, so decision time here for Ineos Britannia.
Ok, il passera pas. Ok, il donne.
Coming up in 2, 1.
Quand s'ouvre le two-ending quand même.
Lead change.
Comms coming off the British boat that they like that right-hand side. Better pressure out to sea. So they were happy to leave the French and head over in that direction.
I give pressure here at the moment. They continue. Ley line. Oh no. How do you tack? That's good right here.
Just having a look at some ghost boat options here. What's on offer from the wind mapping?
Stand by here. I think all the way. Into boundary.
Showing slight gain there to the French out that left-hand side, but depending on the manoeuvres, we'll see what happens on this next exchange.
Speed's coming nicely for that boat.
Encore repris du droite.
They are on starboard still. Very nice surge coming. 8 mil. Good speed. 33. Good pressure here. Speeding low wide. Normal BMG. Good pressure. Stay tack now. Engage normal BMG.
Accéléré.
Marginal cross called by Vuitton de la Pierre. Right of way boat now, Ineos Britannia.
Maintenant. Je vois pas. Ok. 2, 1. Chiquette les gars. Ok, super.
And another lead change in this race. A great battle.
Three lead changes so far in race 13 of the Louis Vuitton Cup. It is as close as you can get as they head towards the top mark to complete the halfway stage of this race.
En 2, 1. En down. Ouais, il faut presser. Ouais, on est super fort sur le virement.
Right of way boat, now the French. Oh, pushing it for the cross there, the British. I'd say that's too close. Whoa! What will umpire Richard Slater say to that?
Ouais, je fais. On touche pas, ok, il dégage.
The protest has come from France. We're just waiting here. The decision.
This is the umpires, penalty GBR. Get behind penalty
That is a
GBR.
massive penalty for GBR there. Surely the French on lay for left turn.
So as they head towards the top gate to complete the halfway mark, the French get a huge advantage with the penalty, which is now cleared on that cross. Ineos Britannia now have to play catch up, but we know downwind Britannia's quick. How much can they make up? We know 75 metres is a long way, but there's big wind and Britannia is quick. They'll get through that right-hand mark, as you said, head downwind on leg number 4, race 13. All on.
20, stand by, stay with us, 4 down here. 2, 1, let's go, mate. They're away, diving. 1, go board.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shifting the course axis to 065.
The wind slowly clocking a bit to the right. We've seen a few changes. With such, I'm sure we'll look at that probably a few times. And here it is. It was so close, Grant. Such an aggressive move to tap right on the face. And remember, there is a diamond around these boats.
Super late decision there to tack, and at absolutely just too close there. Those electronic boundaries would have intersected.
My will. Yeah, yours. Okay, working up.
See Dylan there, looking out the window.
Back if you want. Okay, let's go.
And a wonderful pass there by Orient Express Racing. They just have to keep sailing the boat smoothly here, surely, and try and maintain that advantage that they have at the moment.
Well done, lads. Sorry.
Then easily accepting responsibility for that. It is still so close. 200 metres, there's nothing in this.
Onto the water with chase zero, Peter. This one's going down to the wire, which is way too early to call.
Yeah, it's a beauty. I've got Ineos on the last time they came on this downwind leg, they took about 10 boat lengths out of Orient, so they'll need all of that at the spotter mark. They were trailing by 20 seconds at the top mark, so if they can take another 10 boat lengths on leg 3, they're going to be right next to them at the bottom mark gate.
Ineos absolutely ripping downwind, pulling big distance out of the French team there, so British have got some wheels.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening the course to 1.5 nautical miles.
French, well and truly, what they've gone past the ley line there for
Orient Express Racing steaming into the bottom gate to complete leg number 4. The last time they came down here, they made a little bit of a mess of it. This time they want a nice clean rounding of the mark. They're going towards that left-hand mark, as you see. We'll want to head up for leg number 5. 2 legs to go for the French. Are they on course for win number 2 in the Louis Vuitton Challenger Selection Series? Ineos Britannia coming in, steaming in. Don't you love lots of wind and fast AC75s? Oh!
Well, pull a tear off on your goggles. You're full of water, which is not ideal for the first part of the upwind, but they just need to lock it in here, the British.
The pressure back coming.
Absolutely not over this race by any stretch of the imagination.
Got Sarah in here. I think we've got a piece on them this time. Okay, stand by. Come on, boy.
The voice of Lee McMillan. We have a piece of them on this tack, on this next cross. They're optimistic.
Good pressure. One more fast build here. All the way. Okay, my will.
Well, it won't be attacking there. I'm not sure that was the right move there by the French. They've put themselves in a difficult position to come off that boundary clean and open the door there, in my opinion, for the British to hurt them on the following tack. So very, very close race here, but they will have to get out of that boundary with clear air. Advantage Ineos Britannia.
4th lead change. We're going upwind, leg number 5 of 6. Race 13, Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. This is going all the way to the finish.
Really nice work. Hey, BMG from now. Just stand for that. So it's good pressure because it's 200 metres away here. Yeah. Matching him on the tack, eh? You're board down. Yeah, I think just give him a few seconds so we can hit him hard on the way back, but yeah. Looks lighter this way the whole way. Hey, stand by? Yeah, stand by. Happy to go? Yeah. Board down. 2, 1.
British too late there to really hurt them then, so just a little late there matching.
One more build here.
Let Orient Express Racing off the hook. They've got a breath of fresh air. They'll have to sail their boat well across here to not get locked out on the next tack. So race is fully on.
All the way.
There was slightly too much time talking about it and not turning the boat.
Easy to do. You just often don't get the time to have the conversation. Just got to press the button. So French going back there.
Let's go straight.
Interesting manoeuvre again by the French there to head back.
Get some gas to top line to have it.
Pour l'instant, il ne revient pas.
Oh, great race. They might have seen something out there on the left.
Je pense que s'il ne revient pas,
Call from Dylan Fletcher to go all the way to the ley line. Ineos Britannia liking that right-hand side of the track.
9 seconds. 5. Stand by here. 2, 1. Forward down. 3, 2, 1. Mate. Turning.
This is the race committee. We are moving the finish line. The leg length is now 1.4 nautical miles.
Pressure here, boys. Here we go, lads. Good game to us here. Should be away.
I've got quite a big game there for the British, Shirley. Out to that right-hand side, quite a big game there for the British team.
Ineos Britannia heading to the top gate for the final time in race 13. Good gain on for Britannia in a very, very busy race 13. Around they go. How far behind is Orient Express Racing? Not far at all.
The British will just close the gauge there on Orient Express Racing, and as we see, immediately jibe to not let them get over to that left-hand side looking downwind, right-hand side looking upwind. We just wanted to stay in between them and the bottom of the course. Keep it smooth from here.
Take my main here. Good lads. They jibe. We just go.
Onto the chase boat of Ineos Britannia. Rob Wilson joins us right now. Sorry to get you on the last leg, Rob, but how happy or how concerned have you been about the way this one's unfolded today?
Like, you know, the French have had a great race. Like you know, they're real fast when they get going, and they're smart sailors. So you know, it's been an awesome race. You know, it's tighter than we'd have liked. But you know, it's good to get pushed, that's for sure.
All right, thanks for your time, mate. We'll let you enjoy the finish.
Cheers, thank you.
I'm sure we'll have a look at the numbers after the race, but it looks like Ineos Britannia just a click more pace. Upwind and downwind, they seem to be able to just get out of trouble. There's not much in it, though.
Hey lads, nice.
I'd suggest this has been the busiest of the races so far on the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series, but gee, it's been exciting. 4 lead changes.
Bit of righties here, Ben. Maybe getting light as well, just be wary. Nice there, you jibe now. Not sure if they're on ley line here. I don't think so. No. We got 8 seconds on our box. Yeah, pressure's okay here, I think. I think they just passed that. We can. There's that. Hey, stand by. 2, 1, board down.
Race 13 in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series has had a little bit of everything. 4 lead changes, a penalty, imperfect roundings by both teams, but guess who gets the valuable point and their 3rd win of the series? It will be the Challenger of record, Ineos Britannia. That's 3 wins now.
Get on, boys. Nice work. Good hustle. Thanks for your effort, man. Yeah, nice work.
And not too far behind, and they'll be happy with the way they sailed that one to a point. You know there's going to be a debrief. Orient Express Racing come in 2nd, but come up empty-handed points-wise.
So close, yet so far. The points are point, and the team have done a really good job there to keep it such a tight race with Ineos Britannia. Very, very well-established team, huge experience, and both teams making great moves and mistakes. So a great effort, both teams.
And we confirm race 13 in round robin as we near the end of round robin 1. Ineos Britannia with a 16-second win on Orient Express Racing.
Well, this was the start. They were early coming back to the line. Ineos Britannia thought they timed it perfectly to get across the line at the pin end, but just centimetres too early.
A big dip here on the first downwind by Orient Express Racing, which put them on the back foot, just managed to getting the boat round the track and staying on the foils there at the bottom gate. Another really close cross here. Late call by the British to tack inside and getting the penalty for tacking too close and getting spat out.
But by leg 5, Ineos Britannia had sailed fast and smart and won the race and got that all-important point.
Time to go on board the race winner and hear from Ben Ainsley. Ben, congratulations. That had a little bit of everything, and that was sort of a race under adversity. You must be happy with the way the crew got themselves out of trouble, particularly after that upwind leg penalty.
Yeah, good one for the fans, not so much for the boys on board. It was a bloody good race, and hats off to the French. They did a nice job making it hard for us. It's a strange one on the start. We're in a strong position, but just got the time on distance wrong there with the tactical app, and then made a mistake with the penalty on the second upwind leg, I think it was. So yeah, great race.
We were just talking about the speed of your boat. Do you like her upwind or downwind or just both? Looks good.
Yeah, we're getting there. I think all the teams are progressing as we're getting more and more time on the water. I got to say, again, hats off to the French. For the team that's had the least amount of time on the water, they're doing a great job. It's good to see.
Thanks for the entertainment, buddy.
Cheers, guys.
All right, let's go on board Orient Express Racing. Quentin de la Pierre. Quentin, great, entertaining race and a good hit out for you guys, but I suppose at the end you come up empty-handed points-wise.
We were close, but it's not enough for the moment. We need to push harder and try to come back and have a great race in the next round robin.
We keep talking about this team's their upward curve of learning is vertical, but gee, you must have learned a lot about your boat speed and the whole team in that one.
Yeah, exactly. It's preferable when you are close from the others and had the contact. So it was quite close racing against GBR, and they did a really good race. So well done to them.
What's the biggest thing to come out of that race in the debrief?
Yeah, just try to handle the boat and be to have a better consistency, I would say.
All right, appreciate the time, Quentin. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Well, this was one of the key moments. France had to avoid GBR before GBR got past head to wind, and risky for GBR to put themselves in that place, but they desperately wanted to control the approach to the windward side. Too risky.
Yeah, the decision-making process here, you don't have a lot of time to make that call, and it was a late one. And yeah, the British there just a little too late there on the call, and gave the advantage, or with the speed advantage of the French coming underneath. The British having to tack away and clear their air.
At the 36th America's Cup in Auckland, New Zealand, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli introduced dual helming into the world. It allowed the helmsman who wasn't steering to take on the role of tactician and removed the need for crewmen to switch sides of the boat during manoeuvres. Now it's the norm. The strategy has been embraced by all 6 teams in Barcelona.
In our helm lineup, we've got a number of really talented sailors. Certainly when we look at the helms, we've got Giles Scott, two-time Olympic gold medalist, Dylan Fletcher, gold medalist and super experienced high-performance sailor, and myself. And so in a way, we're spoiled for choice. It's fantastic to have that much talent available to us, and ultimately you have to weigh up. It's a very difficult decision, particularly when you've got two such talented sailors as you do in Dylan and Giles.
At Ineos Britannia, we have Ben Ainsley on the starboard side helmsman, and I'm on the port side. To be sat here helming on the port side is not something I expected when I joined the campaign. It was obviously a dream of mine, but it was relatively late, to be honest, getting the sort of, I guess, nod to be in this seat, and yeah, it certainly is something that I wasn't expected at all.
Dylan's got a huge high-performance background. He's a Moth World Champion, 49er, gold medalist. So he has that innate feeling for high-performance boats and what really makes them tick, what makes them go fast. He is definitely an out-and-out born racer. You know, he's out there to win, there's no doubt about that.
Ben's just, you know, laser focused and very determined to make the boat go as fast as possible, along with just, you know, wanting to maximise the performance. Yeah, I think he's just very determined and pushes the boat hard.
I've got a lot of experience in match racing, both traditional match racing and match racing in these AC75s, but it still requires the guy on the other side of the boat to sort of share that intensity and be prepared to put the boat in some difficult positions if it's needed.
I think we'll see some more manoeuvres in the pre-starts than we've seen previously, so I think it's been amazing to sail with Ben and just how good he is on all of the match racing. It's something that I'm very inexperienced at.
At this level, I think, you know, you need to go into these situations knowing that, you know, you've got to be prepared to put the boat in some difficult situations. There's going to be quite a lot of jeopardy involved with that, and you want to know that you're backing each other to really go into those situations and push hard and hopefully come out in the lead.
Race 14 incoming, Switzerland, Italy.
Plagued by poor starts and yet to win a race, this young Swiss team will be feeling the pressure of expectation. They need a confident delivery against the Italians. Experienced Sarah Fagus must reset and calm the nerves of those around him, do the simple things well. Offside driver is the young Bashlan, trimmer Metro and Rula, and suffering from the cause, the power team, rowers Delars and Jacot, and Youth America's Cup medalists Survey and True.
The Italian team of Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli are in form and have set the bar high, serving notice to all competitors that they mean business here in AC37. They'll be looking to book a place in the Louis Vuitton final and will be hoping for a solid race today against the Swiss team of Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Leading the charge in the cockpit seats is Francesco Bruni, James Spithill, Umberto Molinari and Andrea Tessi. Powering the hydraulic pumps for the Silver Fly machines is a solid lineup of Italian leg power ready to hold it on the rev limiter for today's race.
So we are good to go for race 14 in the Louis Vuitton Challenger Selection Series, and it's a points race. That's the key. It's a points race, this one. And after their drama earlier in the day, Alinghi Red Bull Racing with their master shoes will want to show something and get that first win. They need a win. Time is going to run out.
This is the race committee. The wind sampling is now complete, and this race is live.
Lingy Red Bull Racing had a warm-up. They've already done a couple of laps, and certainly they would have been warmed up from this morning's antics, having to fix their mast and record speed time. They are ready to go for seconds to entry.
Lingy Red Bull Racing coming in from the port side, and like the race before, they're all coming in at high speed. Bruno Rossa, Prada Pirelli, and coming in from the 2-minute mark. They too are winding up, coming in for the dance.
3, 2, 1, happy for board down. Down. 3, 2, keep going. Hi.
Plenty of wind pressure for the dance today. You can be as aggressive as you want. Lingy Red Bull Racing coming back into the box.
Both teams
just on committee line.
The J3 jibs there, so really, really nice breeze here.
Little committee boat. Hey, 30 granny, 45 10. Coming down, guys. Goes on, come on. 40, early, happy to stay behind. 30, granny 10. Yeah, just crossing them and we will go 30 for the pin. Yep, happy, 25. Granny's gone, pin 20.
This pre-start, in large part, is about mathematics, and those are the numbers you're hearing. Time back to the pin, time to lose. Lingy Red Bull Racing choosing to lead back.
Almost racing pin, okay? Yeah. Racing pin, only 15 left.
They'll go into attack and then look to push Bruno Rossa, Prada Pirelli.
Boat's coming up. 1 and bottom. And quite going 11 for the boat. Happy to do S here. Right down for the boat. 1 down. 5. Happy to go down until you see them. 5. 6. Coming out.
Watch the speed increase here on Lingy Red Bull Racing.
1 ball down. 4. And coming up.
Lingy coming for the push.
1. 7 to kill. 1 5. 6 to kill. 1 5. 1 bottom. 10 to kill. 5 to kill. Happy to press clear for us. Okay. 5. Okay. Angle here.
Inside the last 10 seconds.
One to kill.
From what it looks like, it's going to be a clean start. And we are a go in race 14, a Lingy Red Bull Racing, Bruno Rossa, Prada Pirelli in the Louis Vuitton Cup.
Lovely start by Lingy Red Bull Racing, stayed out of trouble, judged their own line. Now they're on the right-hand side and going well.
Keep pushing, guys. And this is good. It's still lower, slower. The pressure coming in here. Keep going. It's good. Yeah. He will be gone soon, okay? Stay out here. Happy to stay more.
I heard the voice of Francesco Bruni. They're pretty confident, sailing higher, putting the squeeze on, trying to force Lingy to tack away.
Encore 8 la présélection. Nice pressure coming back. More coming after. And it rebuilt.
Bruno Rossa, Prada Pirelli all the way to the left-hand boundary there. Both sailing in clear air, so it's a bit of a drag race at the moment.
Sélection 8 upwind. They're attacking now. Nice pressure in 20.
On to Chasing Zero, Peter Lester. Clean start by both. Where do you see the advantage going at the moment? Slightly changed, we're seeing.
Yeah, it looked like Bruno Rossa, Prada Pirelli got a slight speed advantage. The other thing I'm seeing is the mainsail head is a little bit narrower than Lingy, so Lingy's top of that headboard looks a bit wider than Bruno Rossa, Prada Pirelli, so maybe Bruno Rossa have just got a slight advantage in terms of their aero package, but coming up to this cross, it will be Bruno Rossa, Prada Pirelli by about a boat length and a half.
Can go normal.
Really close cross.
Nice right here. Nice. One and into the left. I feel the right one.
Don't think Bruno Rossa, Prada Pirelli infringed there, but it'll be interesting to see what umpire Richard Slater thinks of that, but I think they were just okay.
Got a nice pressure here. I'll go to ley line, I think.
The boats have to ask for a decision from the jury.
3, 2, 1.
The Swiss sailing well.
Plenty of angle here.
Really nice pressure and nice angle there, so I think they're in phase.
Bring the gym car in, guys.
Hold down, passion, and turn you. Okay,
Little touchdown there. Swashing off a little bit of speed, which is unfortunate.
I think they have a pace.
No, right turn.
You can go straight here.
Heading into the top mark for the first time in this points race in the Louis Vuitton Challenger Selection Series. There's nothing in this one, just like the previous race. Another little lead change. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli around first, followed by Alinghi Red Bull Racing, opposing marks. 4 seconds, the delta.
Ghost Boat routing there, showing pretty even both sides of the course there, so the current wind on the course at the moment. The green, though, on that bottom part of the course is what they'll be looking to get into if they can. Replay here of the duck there, Shirley. Nothing in it, no penalty, says umpire Richard Slater. Play on.
I'm sure it feels quite close on the boat.
Oh, great judgment by Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Very, very close, and that's a great judgment call there from quite a distance out, so good job.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shifting the course axis to 076.
Let's now go on to Chase Zero with Peter Lester. Tight little race, Pete.
Yeah, and it is tight, but Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli looked strong to me. Now, the seaway's got up, I can certainly tell you that, certainly up at that top mark. Looking up the course, the right hand just seems to have a bit more pressure, and the race committee have picked up a bit of a wind shift as well. But Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, I think, have just got a little bit more boat speed than Alinghi in these conditions.
Happy with that? Same maneuvers?
Body getting lighter here. Little lift.
Also, he won't get to lay, I don't think.
Okay. Just check visually also.
Looks alright to me.
Okay, stand by in 2, 1, board down.
It's so cool, the comms between Jimmy Spittle and Francesco Bruni. They're so trusting. I mean, this partnership has gone on for a long time. Just the way they talk to each other, the language they use, you know, they absolutely trust what they're saying.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, lengthening the course to 1.6 nautical miles.
Okay, setting up here.
Heading to the bottom gate for the first time to complete leg 2 in race 14 of the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. It will be Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli with the lead. It was 4 seconds at the top. What will it be at the bottom? Fairly even at this point. You're on the bottom left of the screen. It was 4 seconds at the top. And it'll be
30 seconds to boundary.
11 at the bottom. So nice advantage gain on the downward leg for the Italians.
Lighter everywhere in case.
Pressure on us. There's a pressure 30 away. Well, numbers not higher. Green here on the right.
25 to boundary.
Maybe we'll this.
25.
Stay past to the right.
Fantastic shot there.
15.
They're attacking now.
Ghost Boat
zone
potentially just boundary bouncing at the moment, but Alinghi sailing through that nice bit of pressure there, so potential gain back to Alinghi. As you can see that pressure coming down on the water there, real life. The LiDAR picking up the real life wind on the course, so they will get a bit of a speed advantage here, but they still have a little deficit there behind Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Good path. He's a little bit more patchy than the pit before.
Tiny bit here. Yeah, agree. Left and right.
Agree.
This is a little lefty compared to our average left. Happy to go straight. Getting more and more lefties.
Nice pressure.
Maybe soft coverage at some stage. Let's think the moment.
Really nice phase here. Let's see this pressure.
Happy to go straight in this, guys.
Left phase and keep clicking left.
Just listening to the conversation about either staying in phase or really
maybe a little righty again coming here.
Putting yourself in a position where you're affecting the other boats.
Maybe happy to go pretty soon, guys.
Nice righty coming.
Stand by, guys.
To park sail their own race.
2, 1, more down.
Good angle. Nice tack, boys.
Yeah,
very nice.
Very good
Maneuver
speed
there. That was a ripper. That bottom
A
speed.
little right, you have to keep it on the quick side, the tiny
Really,
bit.
really high. So that was probably one of the nicer tacks we've seen today from all the teams.
Okay. Pressure on us. I like this motor. Not that good. Definitely good riding here.
Going on board with Alinghi Red Bull Racing, Maxime Bachelan on helm duties on this tack.
Racing fast. Good pressure now, pressing on it. That's what you do here, guys. Just sail the boat fast.
This is the race committee. We are moving the leeward gate, lengthening the course to 1.7 nautical miles.
If you can. 45 to the line.
Makes a nice change from the last 24 hours when they talk about lengthening the gate. All wind. We've been happy to put up with it. Bring it closer, bring it closer. Less wind, less wind. No, give us more wind. We've got it today. Day 4 of the Louis Vuitton Cup.
Guys, happy to try your map higher for the maneuver. 25 to the line. It's, the line is in the new pressure, so it's pretty nice for us. Ready? Slowly shifting back to the right.
Yep.
Try at 70 drop.
Pressure extend, matching. Big wave here, big press.
Right, probably on the line, Max. Just double check.
Duno Rossa, Prada Pirelli have lengthened their lead on the upward leg. Leg 3 of 6 in race 14 of the Louis Vuitton Cup.
Stand by better way, guys.
Got the hammer down. And they look strong.
All clear.
They take the left-hand mark as you see it and head downward on leg number 4.
Okay, start catching.
Interesting, just a little shaft ventilation there on the leeward foil. The foil was actually hung on, but the shaft actually let go. You can see the puff of white water there around the top mark. So big negative leeway.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing now taking the right mark, left as they see it from their magnificent boat. They'll head down on that downward leg. Lots of work to do. They're on the chase.
90, 100, 110.
How long do you want to go?
Happy to extend 10 more. Okay. Nice pressure in front here. Need to go from here.
Okay, 2, 1, and go down.
Pretty even course. I think the Ghost boat, I mean, bouncing off the boundaries. And it's been a great racetrack today. You know, the teams have been able to call it. It's had opportunities everywhere. So really great racing.
Okay, this is
just looking at Luna Rossa and Prada Pirelli, their displays why this class of boat is such an exciting watch, and great wind and the speed and the versatility and just the full use of the technology to get these things ripping at 40+ knots.
We've had a slight increase in wind pressure, and just looking at the boat speeds, they're lodged.
Only sort of around 9 or 10 knots of breeze there, and sitting at 40 knots of boat speed.
73.
One would say that's relatively efficient numbers getting downwind.
So at some stage
Considering most power boats wouldn't be able to get downwind at that sort of speed, it's pretty impressive for being powered just by the wind.
A magnificent Sunday in Barcelona. Everybody basking in the late summer sun and spending most of their time on the beach, and a chance to see this racing from the beach, which is a real bonus in the 37th America's Cup Regatta.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shifting the course axis to 080 and lengthening the course to 1.8 nautical miles.
We have a look at the pressure, more to windward of us.
Potential shift of the top marks there as the breeze shifts at the top of the course.
They're in a good lane.
Race management working on a target time of 23 boats for 23 minutes for both boats.
Let's get onto the water. Pete Lester, the way this Luna Rossa boat's being sailed is a pleasure to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, they're doing a great job, and they're just coming into that bottom mark gate, but it's the attention to detail, their manoeuvres, their setup looks superb. Certainly of the challenges, they look the strongest.
Quite a big gain on the right mark. But we have to keep in mind that there
coming into the bottom mark,
right
slight gain you might say by Lingy Red Bull Racing, as you can see. But still, Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli, the team with the target on their back from all the other 4 challenges, they are unbeaten so far. No one's been able to get the W on them. And they say they've still got more to come. They round the gate, head up for leg number 5.
Nice pressure in front.
Too far, but we'll see Lingy Red Bull Racing following them around. In fact, they go to jibe and take the right-hand mark as you see it. Feeling that might be the better way upwind.
Oh, there's a touchdown there, Shirley. That'll wash off the speed. You really want to try and carry that speed round if you can. And just a little wash off, probably 5 to 8 knots of boat speed there, so they'll be not happy with that one.
Happy to keep going.
They did so well to close the gap on the run. It just felt that that was maybe a slightly late decision to go for that other gate.
Difficult manoeuvre. If they keep sailing the boat well, they're not far off the leader.
Backing in, 5, 2, 1, hold down.
The other ghost boat just bouncing off the boundaries. Very even course now that the breeze has got up. Just a flip.
-1, yep. That's lefty. Pressure on us here. That's heading.
Let's go into Luna Rossa's chase boat with Philippe Pressy. Another strong showing by the team, Philippe.
Yeah, so far so good. You know, we had you know, my mates playing tricks to me. You know, yeah.
Fantastico.
That's a bad tack from us. You know, the race is still alive because the conditions are quite challenging with a kind of a big swell coming from the east. So we really have to avoid these kind of bad tacks. But I'm really pleased about the way we sail. You know, all the communication flow is very good to my eyes. So yeah, well, hope we're going to finish this race in a good mood.
We're enjoying the communication coming off the boat as well. Thanks, Philippe.
We can actually see in this beautiful aerial, you can see the swell coming in from the right-hand side of the track, and that's not easy, is it? Particularly, I think, on port, probably straight into it.
There's always nice pressure on right.
Yeah, big jobs for the foil trimmers today, controlling the pitch of the boat as well as the ride height of the boat. So foil flaps moving, rudders raking back and forwards with the elevator attached to them to control the pitch. Big job for the flight controllers.
From here, if they tank, I'm not sure, guys. We are on a good lane. Yeah, happy to stay.
Lingy Red Bull Racing have done well to keep this tight, to keep this match alive.
Happy to stay here.
Yes. Very good right. With pressure. But just allow what the next we can. Happy to extend. I'll get something in 20. Will not be able to go on the line. Is them.
Cyclo's working hard.
A bit of left, play it higher, a bit slower.
Fast.
I'm not sure, guys. As soon as we have left, we tack.
Yeah, probably we can try something. Nice pressure in front.
Higher, slower, closing the gauge. Positive. Going a bit left here, 79.
They will tack on us, but it's fine, huh?
Happy to tack.
1, roll down, and tacking here.
Close. 2, 1, up.
Yeah, keep the pressure on them. It's good.
Stay fast. It's coming quick here. Slowly, yeah. And pick it up slowly.
Luna Rossa just positioning themselves with a loose cover there, just shepherding Alinghi Red Bull Racing up the course.
Come on, guys. Heli puff in 5. Are getting knocked. Probably a righty.
Fast, good. I don't think we should double tack here, Max.
No, one and in. Keep the game close. That's nice.
Just enough air forward there, Alinghi Red Bull Racing, so not getting affected by the dirty air there off Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, so far enough to leeward that they are actually still in clear air there.
Very fast.
Then to the line, just be patient, just on their lane, okay?
Yes. Bye.
There's great comms on board Alinghi Red Bull Racing. I mean, they've had a bad week, it'd be fair to say that, a frustrating week, but they've come out today really working together.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, one more leg to go as they lead Alinghi Red Bull Racing, who have made good gains upwind on leg number 5. They'll round the mark and head towards home. Will they be still unbeaten by the end of race 14?
Big push, boys.
And come Alinghi Red Bull Racing. They're just going to follow them around.
Just coming with us, okay? That's good.
2, 1.
Can they make gains? Can they apply more pressure?
Right downwind. Not a drive here.
They did a really good job on that last upwind, actually sailed a beautiful beat, and are in touch, driving away now.
On board Alinghi Red Bull Racing's chase boat is coach Petro Sabella. You're not giving up here, Petro. Nervous?
Yeah, it's a really good race. I mean, it's what we need after the last 2 days. We had difficulty in the starts. I think the guys came back really aggressive, and this is what we want to see, you know. They do everything they can to keep the race alive, and they're pushing hard on Luna Rossa, which is a strong team. So this is exactly what we wanted to see.
Are you frustrated when you look at the points table at the moment?
Yeah, for sure it's not where we were expecting it to be, but I mean, we know that in the America's Cup everything can happen until the last race, so we keep improving, keep pushing, and I think this day I think it's really important to change the momentum, you know. It's not easy, but we will do it.
Thanks for your thoughts, Petro.
Thanks.
That's good to hear, and that is what we're hearing. I mean, a win in this race would have been a massive ask for Alinghi Red Bull Racing, but they sound and they look like a new team. They have regrouped and reset and have a lot of promise going into the next round robin.
Got to say, Glenn, though, the Italians have really hit the gas on this downward leg, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got the ears pinned well and truly back at the moment, but Alinghi Red Bull Racing still sailing really nicely here, and I agree with Shirley. I think they've made some really nice moves today. A couple of little wobbles, but both teams have too, and certainly staying in touch, so a great sign for the future of the team.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, they are just flying at the moment, heading close to 43 knots, and it's the silver bullet, as they like to call it, or maybe we like to call it, but we do have Jimmy Spittle's approval to call it the silver bullet. Fingers being pointed in the commentary booth, thank you. But it is a pretty boat to watch, and it rides beautifully, and you love that, right? You love looking at a boat that sits nicely on the water.
Boats down.
The last big manoeuvre for the day here, and agree with you, Stephen, it's a very well sailed boat and a very polished team and a very polished boat, so they'll be happy to rub it across the line and get themselves the race win. But Alinghi Red Bull Racing pushing them all the way, so they haven't been able to relax in this one by any stretch of the imagination here.
I love that shot, seeing the big cantarm and Bruni sitting there like he's in a fighter cockpit. It is the finish of race 14, and Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli remain unbeaten in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. They go to 4-0. Happy days inside the coach boat, still to cross the line and not too far away. It was a valiant effort considering they had rig problems in their first race of the day against Emirates Team New Zealand, but across the line come Alinghi Red Bull Racing, still winless.
Way better race, guys. Thank you.
Nice one.
Confirmation of race 14, and it's a win to Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. They never gave up though, Alinghi Red Bull Racing. The deficit 26 seconds.
Well, it was such a good start for both boats. And Alinghi Red Bull Racing really well positioned with a good gap between them. Then Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli put the squeeze on. I mean, brilliantly done, which in the end forced Alinghi to tack out.
The top gate there showing Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli ripping the boat round. Little ventilation there on the foil shaft, but managed to keep the boat under control. Little slide to windward and keeping it under control and taking a little bit of advantage there.
Well, at the finish, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli take another win, unbeaten in this round robin. What a team.
Nice one, guys.
Luna Rossa, they are the form team of the Challenger fleet. Let's go on board with Francesco Brudi. Congratulations, Francesco, unbeaten so far. Must feel good.
Yeah, it's a very good feeling. We did also a good job today, and yeah, feel super proud with the team and all the guys on the pedals, and yeah, I mean, everybody is doing a fantastic job. We have to keep pushing.
Waving to the 12 meters. We love that. That's what America's Cup used to look like.
There's
Slight difference in speed there, but that's some fantastic history.
Francesco, we were just watching that start again, and where you just seem to position the boat sideways and squeeze off Alinghi. How do you do that? That's a new mode?
It's the magic of Luna Rossa. I cannot tell you the secret, my friend.
Francesco, Glenn here, the boys behind you there, getting to finally put their heads up and get some fresh air in their faces. That's a big job for the guys today, lots of manoeuvres, and those guys must be working hard, yeah?
Yeah, they've been working hard, but we have to work harder.
Thanks for your time, Francesco. Enjoy the win.
Nice, mate. Good one.
Ciao.
Let's go on board. Let's go on board. Alinghi Red Bull Racing took to Maxime Bachelon. Maxime, another tough day on the water. What do you take from this day?
To be honest, happy with the performance of the boat. We finally took a start, so pretty happy with that to be able to fight against the other. And yeah, I think happy with the performance of the boat. We could play with the other, so yeah, very nice. And yeah, the power group did an amazing job, so always nice to be with them on board.
Max,
yeah, sorry, and as well for the short team to be able to sail again, just with the issue we had before going out.
Max, it's been a bit of a day, hasn't it? But just watching you and listening to the whole team during that race, it sounds like Alinghi Red Bull Racing's had a bit of a reset.
Yeah, I think we were happy as well to see the breeze, and yeah, it was just a good race, good fun, and yeah, happy to play with it.
Thanks, Maxime.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to the key moment.
Well, it was the start, and we thought Alinghi Red Bull Racing had done a beautiful job. We watched both boats start. Luna Rossa put the squeeze on, and there was 150 meters between these boats at start time. Just look at that. It's like they've got a bow thruster, Glenn. Forced Alinghi off to the right-hand side and really controlled the race from there.
Just having a look at the stats there. Top speed, 45.7 knots. From the Italians there, and downwind speed just a click faster, so very, very similar speed, but just a click there to the Italians, which turned into The race result in the end, very similar distances and average VMGs, but just a click quicker to the Italians.
To win the America's Cup, you've got to think outside the box. 4 years ago, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli introduced twin helming to the world. Jimmy Spittle and Francesco Bruni have got more experience than anyone. They are the wise old heads of twin helming. They're not afraid to hand the controls to the next generation.
I had the privilege to sail the last America's Cup with Jimmy. We made that new way of sailing, we made it work, and we feel quite proud that we have been the first couple who made that happen. Couple, that sounds good.
Stand by for a better way, guys. 3, 2, 1, better away.
There were many people questioning, is that the right thing to do? You're gonna helm for 50% of the time. You won't be as good as all the other guys, blah, blah, blah. But the more we were trying different kind of playbooks, the more we knew that that was the right thing to do.
The twin helm setup is great because you can maneuver, in a split second. 2, 1, we're down.
Nice turning. Well, the first benefit is that you don't have to run across before or after a maneuver, which is a very critical time for the boat.
My wheel. Get your roll. My roll.
Having one guy or two guys running across the boat is not ideal. That's really the big gain.
I mean, I've always come from a team background where I've always had full trust in all of my teammates, irrespective of whether they're driving the boat or not. So at the end of the day, we're going to put the best combination out there that we believe will give us our best shot at winning this thing. So we've got essentially 4 drivers at Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. We've got Ruggiero Tita, Marco Gradoni, myself, and then Keko Bruni. Clearly, Keko and I, we did the last campaign together.
Fantastico! È bellissimo!
Yeah, we just built a great relationship. We got a lot of racing together. But the 2 young guns that are coming up are very, very good. And I mean, the talent that Italy has, I think, is some of the best in the world.
3, 1, 2, 1, four down.
It's been amazing to have Marco and Ruggiero on my side. I know that they are ready for sailing on the big boat, so I need to do my best to keep my spot. It's as simple as that. You have those guys pushing behind and you need to do more than your maximum.
They have done it again and crossed the finish line here.
You need to really work together very well. And it happened with Jimmy, and I'm very grateful that we made it happen. There were some very good moments in Auckland, and I can still remember them. I still feel it on my skin, and I want to have more of those moments in Barcelona.
Race 15, American Magic, Emirates Team New Zealand.
This team has come a long way in a few days of racing. The improved comms and trust between the 2 drivers, Thingsby and Goodison, is unmissable. This no-point race will be an opportunity for American Magic to keep moving their performance forward. And with surely the hardest job today, the performance team of Campbell and Menninger. In supplying the power, it's rower Seder and Shirley, sprint canoeist Hornsby, and the first man to complete 4 kilometres in under 4 minutes, individual pursuit track cycling phenomenon, Ashton Lamb.
Emirates Team New Zealand did not get much racing in this morning and yesterday, and will be keen to get a win on the board in today's race against the USA team of American Magic. Current defender of the 37th America's Cup, the team will be looking to get some valuable eyeballs on their competitors. Steering the boat is Nathan Outridge, Peter Burling, with Blair Tuke and Andy Maloney flying the yacht. Simon van Veldhoven, Dougal Allen, Louis Crosby and Hamish Bond replace the cyclors from race number 1.
So we're preparing for race number 15. Last race of the day, and also the last race of the round robin, first round robin series, because on Tuesday we'll be heading into round robin number 2. And then the pressure really ramps up. 19 seconds counting to clearance to get this race going in magnificent sailing conditions as we have seen already today.
P1 at the moment. Michael, you reset me? Yeah, I will.
This is the race committee. Wind sampling complete. Race is live.
Clearance to race. Race number 15 in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. Coming in off port will be the New York Yacht Club's American Magic, and in starboard will be the Defender Emirates Team New Zealand. A good chance to size each other up in perfect sailing conditions.
American Magic taking last blood when they previously lined up, so really great battle shaping up here.
Hi, Trav. Coming down a little bit and racing here. Okay, it's 0.7 holding. Okay, no problems on the line. And clear to come down now.
They are good to go as they enter in on time. Time and distance good for American Magic. Check out your starboard. Here comes Emirates Team New Zealand. It's on.
Still right.
Wherever you want. They're going low.
Go forward.
They're on 2.
Pressure flying straight off the line as well.
Into the start. Quite up.
Quite up.
Okay, I'll just try and get some pressure above initially.
Keeps it 1 for kids.
They're happy.
I'm forward.
Pushing through.
Emirates Team New Zealand following into the boundary.
Cutting over him. Okay, happy to.
Yeah.
Still
coming away.
Thank you to code.
Happy to go down.
Forward down.
Roll down in there.
Turn
Down? Yep.
Down still well.
He's going to go that side.
Hey, Trav.
15.
Big board up here.
Chance of rolling here.
He's a little easy.
They're going for a potential reroll.
7 to kill.
20 for the pin, Pete.
Can easily
You're on boat
reroll
low.
there.
Yeah, copy. Happy to do that.
Let's come down. He's slow on 2.
20 pen.
20 for the pin, Bristol.
15 pen.
He's going high now.
Turning up
Press
hard.
down him again.
15 pen, 6 pen.
Just below starboard day. Not much room to the left.
That's
Presses
transfer
again
there.
here.
10 to kill.
10 to kill.
15 for the pin.
Yep.
Ties
Slitting
again.
above it.
11 pen.
They're still quite high there.
Both boats just
Holding 11
above
pen.
Yeah, copy.
the
That's
mark.
They're going to start digging. Let's just start charging for that.
8 presses.
8 pen.
Pass down the way.
Okay.
Building here.
The big one.
They're 4 early for the pin. Keep pushing him at the pin.
At the moment. You can come down.
Next
I'll let you know when red options
Coming
there.
down, turning up here.
Emirates Team New Zealand pushing
Six
hard.
Turning up.
Close to the
Hoping American Magic be early.
This is way up.
1 pen.
Yeah, copy. Holding.
American
Okay,
Magic
10.
running out of runway.
Okay, going for the pin. Full speed.
A split tap start here.
Pulling up.
Get a breeze straight.
Two of the big names are a go in the last race of the day. Race 15, Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series, and a split tack start.
Nice push there, guys.
There's a little advantage there to Emirates Team New Zealand being able to force American Magic hard down to the pin, keep them slow, build themselves tack, and then actually rebuild the speed to hit the line about 4 knots faster. So a little advantage to Emirates Team New Zealand at the moment.
A great start by the Kiwis. America just forced to lose pace and were slow for a while.
Stick into that breeze. Go into the gust, right? Yes.
Let's go to the chase boat. Peter Lester, good start by Emirates Team New Zealand, Pete.
Yeah, that speed differential, good example of how powerful it is for that trailing boat. What I'm looking at the course between we're right to leeward of Emirates Team New Zealand. More pressure, more wind on the right-hand side, looking up the wind up towards that top
once we
mark.
stabilise and think about what side next, they've just come up a bit on the left.
Better pressure right.
Well, the voice of Nathan Outridge agreeing with Peter Lester. They like what they see on that right-hand side.
Yeah, start to bring it up when you can.
Protecting the right up the top.
Slightly bow forward.
Going back right.
You want to go under them?
They are strong,
Yes.
no doubt.
They want to do that. 5, they're reaching for it here.
It's in. Yeah, I got him in the window, no issue.
2, 1, and board.
And they tack. Happy to go out, eh?
Probably in a breeze on front. They've tanked. Trying to get down the angle here. Still left. I can't see it going heaps
Interesting,
more,
Emirates Team New Zealand liking the right, American Magic liking the left. Both boats sort of sailing in clear air and really strategically placing themselves on the course, so slight advantage, Emirates Team New Zealand.
Average there. What do you think of the breeze, Nate? It's not way better over this way. I think we go soon. So I'm happy with that. Hey, button. Trending right. 2, 1, and board.
This next exchange, Shirley, I think, is going to be quite a tight one. Still a few shifts out there and pressure increases up and down, so very much the sailors' race.
Side over there. I'll wait for them to settle.
Join the dots.
They're not laying. I think it's a small game to us. Just see how we go. Watch your angle here, we're a bit thinner.
That's left.
Right of way boat.
What side do you want of them, Andy?
Circle.
It's very similar.
Give way
Actually,
boat
they've
with
made
the
a
red
small
circle,
game.
so
I think we want to.
Going to be almost
right again.
Almost too hard to hit here, guys.
gains back to American Magic here.
And we can do it. 2, 1,
yeah, got him in the window now.
Let's just keep coming here.
Minding up a touch run.
Yep. Hey, you're 2 over, 3 over here.
Hey, my wheel. I've got it there.
Just enough space for the hit, well called. Emirates.
Okay, coming up into a higher groove.
That's still faster. Big push, boys.
Big speed advantage there. American Magic, so they've just got a little lefty and they've used that speed advantage to sail the boat fast forwards on the jib.
Not got far here.
Right to lure to us.
American Magic, I think, were expecting that tack. They got fast, they were reaching a little bit at them.
You look at the
Managed to
track.
carry that pace, yeah.
Absolutely, look at the track. They were absolutely bowed down there. Done a brilliant job to get past Emirates Team New Zealand.
Lead change on the first leg of race 15.
Big one here in a veer away.
And it will go in favour of American Magic. Well, I tell you what, Luna Rossa Prada probably know what that's like when that was done to them pretty much by Emirates Team New Zealand a few days ago. And, they'll be sort of gritting their teeth on that one. American Magic lead Emirates Team New Zealand around the top gate for the first time.
Think about the downwind phase. 2, 1, here we go, Pete. Yeah, went quite deep in their bear away.
Just for a little bit, Tom.
Checking the ghost boat tracking here.
So this is a long job at the moment.
Not a huge amount of shiftiness in the breeze, but pressure up and down, so just a velocity change in the breeze.
The left was making gains up there despite us being right.
And advantage American Magic.
Probably no slower here.
Saying
lower
25
power.
seconds. So we're open course from here.
Stand by. We're down here in 3, 2, 1. We're down. Imagine. Turning.
Nice exit.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shifting the course axis to 072.
7-2.
Just having a look at the pass here from American Magic over Emirates Team New Zealand and just pushing at them. Difference in boat speed, managing to sail over the top of Emirates Team New Zealand there for the pass.
That's still faster.
Using that extra speed.
Big push, boys. Faster.
After Emirates Team New Zealand tacked.
No higher than that, 17.
And we saw a fantastic overtaking manoeuvre.
Open course and lifting in.
Any time for lifting?
Not far to boundary, 20 seconds.
Let's go on to the water, chase 0. Peter Lester, impressed by American Magic.
Absolutely, that was a lovely move at the top mark, coming in full. then just taking that windward gauge, and I was really impressed. At times, American Magic looks an absolute rocket, and I think that was a little bit of a warning shot, for the defender of the America's Cup, but I'm sure the challengers will now be going, wow, American Magic in a bit of breeze is potent.
Big move to get the right mark currently for both boats.
So we got
I don't think it's too job right, eh? Yeah, biggest left we've seen. It's still trending left all the time, I think. We may go back and do
Those aggressive covering. High west, we've seen that a couple of times now. You actually have to be quite a long way ahead to stay safe.
Really, no.
That 8 knot, roughly 8 knot differential in speed takes a while to rebuild, and if you've come in over speed as the giveaway boat and then wind up, you can really use that overspeed to your advantage and get over the top of the lure boat.
Okay, let's build speed and go right.
So both boats almost mirroring each other's moves. Anything you can do, I can do better.
My button here.
And right now it's advantage. The New Yacht Club's American Magic heading down to complete leg 2, the first downward leg of this 6-leg match race. But like the previous races, this is tight. This is really tight. And beautiful conditions off the coast of Barcelona. It's American Magic around first, leading the defender, Emirates Team New Zealand.
so we got 35 this way.
Okay, tags, I think we roll into one.
It's thinking 15 we can go.
370 is a normal moment.
Just trying to work
Test the wave down from
Okay, 25 is the boundary.
That's about it.
This is the optimal way to get to that top mark, but anything can happen if teams decide to change tactics, like Emirates Team New Zealand there right now.
They've got slightly more where they are.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Really good pressure coming here.
Pretty close to
big up,
Onto American Magic's chase boat. Coach Tom Burnham joins us. Beautiful pass, the first upward leg, Tom. Gotta love that.
Yeah, it was great. It was a really good job by the guys at the top of that upwind leg, and they're doing a really nice job at the bottom here, just trying to lock the race down if possible.
Are these ideal conditions for American Magic?
They seem to be pretty good for us right now, but it's pretty lumpy out here. It's probably wavier than people realize, but so it makes it pretty unstable. So there's still some scary moments to be had in this race, but the guys are sailing really well so far.
All right, thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you.
He continues.
Okay, pressing here.
Oh, he goes now. Okay, 25 seconds.
Hi, Trav. You're gonna build.
Reason 75.
American Magic choosing not to hit Emirates Team New Zealand on that tag, so all the way to the boundary. Pretty happy with that side of the course.
Stand by.
7,
Put down in
6,
3,
5.
2, 1. And turning.
Okay.
Nice tag, goodie.
Nice work, guys. Okay, he's tagged back. Happy to let him go, eh? It's what they want to do, and we're just going to pick our
67
time.
breeze, so it's good. Little left at the moment. Any time.
Happy with
If we go to open course now, and then back.
This way, they'll be round to bound 5. We're in phase.
That's a nice game, boys.
All the way to boundary for pressure.
Pressure left to me is the only thing.
Almost halfway up. So start thinking about the top marks when you get a chance to look up there.
It's big ridey.
Both boats think they're in phase.
Happy with that line on the boundary.
We got 25 this way.
Here all the time.
Together.
Yeah, nice. I think more to come in 15.
Ever relaxed, Dougal? Probably lining himself up to hit us better on this one.
They carry on.
R&R, mate.
Okay.
All the way.
Yeah, just down, 85.
Shed it.
Okay, very nice gains on this one. Hell yeah.
Coming into more now.
Hey, hit would go straight
Right
away.
away boat here now, American Magic. Emirates Team New Zealand, definite gains there on that last exchange. Interesting to see what the Americans do here.
Carry on.
We can get to late here. 30 seconds.
American Magic talking about going to late.
I assume that second beside us on the left turn at the moment. This angle there.
Fantastic battle here.
It's 15.
Okay, stand by. And 3, 2, 1. And turning. Speed still building.
Lead advantage coming down all the time. Shirley, a little bit more of an open course there. So American Magic allowing Emirates Team New Zealand to split there. So a lot of gauge between the two boats. So a small wind shift here will make a big difference on the return and the next intersection.
He's tacking back on lane line.
When Emirates Team New Zealand tack, they will have rights of way. They will be on starboard.
What do you like?
A boat length in it.
We're only crossing by 2.5, 3.
Coming up to complete the halfway stage of race 15 in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challengers Selection Series. And it's close. It's really close.
Happy to press a little to apex in my wheel.
American Magic still with the lead as they take the left-hand mark and head down for leg number 4. Emirates Team New Zealand take the opposing mark.
All the way down.
The chase is not over for the defender.
Nothing in it here, guys.
Okay, just picking your best line, please.
Right left.
Okay, stand by.
Happy to carry on in this. We should see further right down the bottom.
Slightly lighter though, unfortunately.
Nothing in this race here.
That's pressure.
I think it looks better forward than a jibe at the moment.
Probably. Really nice angle.
Really nice jibe there on American Magic. That'll be a keeper.
I think they're going to be clear ahead. That's bound.
Just see the angle of the boat there sailing. Shirley, looks like they're getting a nice little line of breeze as they head down there.
Like the pressure first lap.
Yeah, a really close intersection coming up here, I think.
Yeah, we've made a small gain, but not a lot.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening the course to 1.65 nautical miles and shifting the axis to 070.
Have to go back.
They
won't. Too close. Pitch up just a tiny bit there. That's a nice breeze and righty. So
nicely in phase here.
On the bow.
Question is do you want to go to boundary or do you want to step down?
So look at that number.
Right now we're just going to take this all the way and wait for it to lift. And when we come back, neither boat will be on Layford Gate.
Phases are quite long, it seems. They're empty off the line last of that whole beat, and this one's felt like it's gone back, you know, the whole upwind and in canal.
Okay, we should get to lay here, especially with a bit of a lift.
If we lift, we do.
So Pete Burling there, looking out to leeward from the leeward cockpit, basically talking about the bottom sector of the course there, turning into a sort of tactician navigator, making out of John handlebars.
Lead change. Lead change on the 4th leg of 6. Emirates Team New Zealand back in front, but for how long?
Really interesting listening to the calls on Emirates Team New Zealand, sort of sharing the decision making, letting the decisions almost evolve as it goes on. Even at 40 knots, they're doing that.
So Emirates Team New Zealand will lose about 2 boat lengths in this jibe versus American Magic. So keeping that in mind, American Magic possibly will re-overtake, but they are the giveaway boat.
Right now.
So bow on bow here.
And you're very close to laying fast mode and work it out at the bottom. It's even gate for the wind. What do you think, Andy? What can you see?
American Magic ducking there.
Can't really see the bottom right of the course right now.
Feels like it's windier in the middle of the course and right shift.
Stand by. A little further. Okay, happy here.
It's a living game of chess on the water here today, and it is providing us with some spectacular AC75 racing in the last race of the day, of day 4 of the Louis Vuitton Challenger Selection Series, heading into that bottom gate to complete the 4th leg. It's a slight lead to Emirates Team New Zealand after losing the lead on the first upwind leg.
Forward down. Powering up. Keep it for the roundup, okay?
Big round up.
Tight rounding of the mark by Emirates Team New Zealand. They whip Te Horo around, but followed by Patriot closely. 2 legs to go.
Okay, stand by. 2, 1, point down. And turning. Speed slow.
That'll be a down speed tack there for American Magic. Be a bit of a deficit now.
Just try and build as fast as we can.
Not many options there, staying in the dirt of Emirates Team New Zealand. Still a very wide open race though. If they can just get a little sniff out there, they'll be in touch with this next exchange.
63. Oh, it's going back right now. I'm going to take this back across.
Let's go on board the chase boat of Emirates Team New Zealand. Ray Davies will be probably gripping the seat quite tightly there. This is a ripper, Ray.
Yeah, it's a ripper, all right. It's yeah, sensational race. It's all go out here.
What did you make of that pass on the first upwind leg by American Magic?
Yeah, look, they did a great job. We had the initial lead off the line in the first exchange, and we protected the right-hand side, and the left-hand side paid at the end of that first beat, and they did a really good job of making a pass there, and they had pretty good composure at the top of the course, and then, but the race is never over, and it's certainly not over yet. We've got plenty to play for. Good to be in the lead at the moment.
What's impressing you about your team at the moment?
Just keeping the same consistency through whether you're ahead or behind. They've got really good composure, and just keeping cool.
Thanks, buddy.
And one more thing, just like to wish Glenn Ashby happy birthday.
Thanks,
Good
mate.
on you, Cobbs.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Have a beer later.
This is the race committee. We are moving the finish line. Course axis is now 068 and length is now 1.6 nautical miles.
That's Emirates to left.
Let's go on to chase zero. Peter, upper hand, Emirates Team New Zealand.
Well, that was an impressive pass. They're ripping this course up like a Carolina Reaper. They really are. To come back and to get around American Magic, impressive. American Magic love these conditions, bouncy conditions. These are the races that you need at this level.
All right, stay with it. 2.
Better pressure this side as well all the time. I like where we're going here.
Yeah, no, I like his side. He's tacked. I think we go back. Stand by. Put down here in 3, 2, 1. And turning.
So American Magic trying to get out of phase now with Emirates Team New Zealand. So Emirates Team New Zealand in a build phase now. And hard for them to tack back, but they'll cough up a little bit of ground to try and shut them down, and American Magic immediately responding.
Just keep the same process here, eh?
So this will be an absolute leg burner for the cyclists. 2 quick manoeuvres.
Same thing.
They'll be valve bouncing there.
Seconds. Breeze at 78.
We have been experiencing some absorbing racing on this final day of round robin number 1. It has really been a treat just to watch these boats have a go at each other and go back and forth and back and forth.
Spot up.
He comes back. Nice pressure here.
It's winding up a touch now, right?
Up with it, yeah. Yeah, keep a little fast. He's probably going to go on us. So keep your speed, please. Now we're over. Yeah. It's tripping. It's tripping off. 32.7. Happy to go here.
Good gone. Just doing the one for left. That's gates are even at that, so happy.
Nice, cool, calm comms there. Blair
10 more this way.
Got good vision of up the course as well with screens. Can chip in tactically as well.
Anytime. Button, 2, 1, and board.
A fantastic 3D there of how many manoeuvres the boats have done, and huge amount of oil being moved there for the cyclists.
It's just starting to trend left here, my wheel.
Top gate for the final time in this 14th race of the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. The defender of the 37th America's Cup, Emirates Team New Zealand, rounding the mark and heading home. Is there anything more to play out? Stay with us and find out.
Looks okay, moderate. No, lower than this.
American Magic coming into the left-hand mark as you see it.
Down here in 3, 2, 1, your wheel. Way down.
Oh, a little skid there, massive leeway skid there to windward. American Magic, they'll be a little bit out of whack here for a little bit, getting it back under control. I think they've actually lost the rudder slightly there, so real wobbly moment there, American Magic.
It's coming away a touch.
Just stay with the drive here.
15 seconds.
Just got it back under control there.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Just turning.
But when you think about it, and Shirley, I'll come to you on this one. Those moments there, if this was the match, those are the ones you don't want to happen if you're in the match, right? This is what the Cup's all about. The minutiae of being out on that course and those little errors.
This is such a good race for American Magic, isn't it? It's the ultimate test against the defender, and a race which doesn't count for anything. No prizes for this race, but goodness, they have sailed well.
That's the best wind speed.
Made very few mistakes and will end this race really positive about the day.
I totally agree, Shirley. They will have a good gauge on their performance and their opponents, so very valuable lessons.
Good for our last time doing this.
There we go. Just got to watch the chopper puffs around here. Up along his shoulder.
Brilliant shot there of what it's like to get a ride in the cockpit of an AC-75.
Take the recovery.
Not too many available seats for passengers, but
that's a chopper puff.
Be a little bit over the slope.
Keep it fast in the chopper puff, mate.
Yep.
Okay, still in the penalty.
On and board.
That's right.
Just hold. That was soft, mate. Hey, Joe.
I got one. Shift here.
Nice, guys. 30 to 1.
A lot of confidence also for the defender. A couple of days ago, this boat was in bits in the shed with a hole in it, and they have pushed hard today, done everything that they wanted to do.
Second one, attacked in the wrong spot.
not many room for passengers, but the whole team riding on board that boat right now.
Emirates Team New Zealand. In race 14 of the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series, lost the lead on the first upwind leg, but just hung in there, and they will get the job done and a W against American Magic. Again, they make a statement. You're going to have to work hard to beat us if you want to beat us in the match. And American Magic, they must have been feeling good when they got their initial pass. There were 3 lead changes in this race, but they will have learned a lot yet again. You face up to the team that you want to face. If you get there, you need to learn as much as you can as they cross the line.
Stand by. Down in 2, 1.
Confirmation, race 15, and it's Emirates Team New Zealand with just under 30-second win against the New York Yacht Club's American Magic.
A little recap of all the action. Split starts, better speed with the Kiwis. Did a really good job of judging that. American Magic just had to slow down a little bit to get across the line.
Big push, boys.
This overtaking manoeuvre here, Shirley. American Magic just coming in probably about 7 or 8 knots quicker, with Emirates Team New Zealand having to tack and then try and survive, and American Magic there doing a fantastic job for the pass.
Speed is power. Still neck and neck by the time we got to leg 4. The Kiwis confident really of the route and where they want to go, and just slowly extended. Great race for the defender, Emirates Team New Zealand.
Yeah, just trying to line up.
Unbeaten in the round robin.
Yeah, just trying to line up again.
Let's go on board Emirates Team New Zealand. Peter Burling, nice race, mate. Being passed at the top mark, it was a nice comeback.
Yeah, I thought we'd finally figured out a first shift. Got that obviously early lead, and then just kept going left up that first beat. So, you know, it's obviously you don't want to be behind, but obviously nice to get a comeback as well.
Mate, you've been wanting to get some race packets once she came out of the garage after to the bump. How does she feel?
Feels great. Yeah, feels exactly like we left it. I think we're all incredibly fortunate by how little the damage there actually was. Yeah, obviously crane freewheeling from a bit of heights, no fun for anyone, but just really lucky with the situation where everything was, and Cradle took a fair bit of the impact.
Well, slick race, mate. Congratulations. We'll see you in a couple of days.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's go on board American Magic and talk to Paul Goodison. Paul, you were saying prior to this race that if we're consistent, we're going to be everywhere. Was that the one that got away today?
Yeah, I think so. Good start by the guys and tremendous work by the cyclists. And we got ahead, we covered them nicely, then we just gave them a couple of inches, and you give those guys a couple of inches and they take it back. And that's where they slip back around, and so we got to look at ourselves, we've got to sharpen a few things up and do a better job next time.
Yeah, but to quote you, there's not much in this.
No, definitely not much in it. So again, we're showing some good signs. We've just got to keep progressing and narrow the mistakes and keep improving.
Okay, thanks, Paul. All right, let's take a look at the key moment.
Well, this was a big moment, really, a big cross on that first beat, and we saw American Magic actually come, look at their trail. They came down to build speed so that when there was the interaction, when Emirates Team New Zealand tacked, they had pace, and they flew right by.
So the final day of round robin 1 has come to an end. It's time to get the team's thoughts on what we saw today. Let's go into the water first. Pete, who stood out and what impressed you today?
Obviously, the last race was an absolute blinder, and if that's what we've got to look forward to later on, you know, bring it on.
Oh, we had so many good battles, so many changes of leader. It was great today. I mean, guess a shout out for Lingy Red Bull Racing and their show crew, turning that around, getting them to the start line. I mean, it could have been a disaster. Well done them.
Quality of racing today, Glenn, was something that really stood out, what we've been really wanting to see. Everybody knocking heads.
I think we've seen a real lift in all the teams, you know, and how well they're sailing the boats compared to a week or so ago. And I think the race for me between Orient Express Racing and Ineos Britannia, I think that was an absolute beauty, and I really think both teams, you know, pushing each other hard, and I think that for me was one of the special moments of the day.
One final thought from both of you. I get this feeling we are going to see Lingy Red Bull Racing get a W somewhere along the way. They're running out of time. There's 5 races left.
They came out today with a massive reset, a different momentum on the boat, and certainly will be pushing hard to get a win in the next round robin.
Next few days are going to be super interesting, and I think we're going to see some fantastic racing, so it's exciting for us.
Feel like we've been spoilt on your birthday today, champ, because the racing came to play as you cranked over another year, and the smile continues on the face of everybody around the race villages that we are being treated to some spectacular AC75 racing. But the challenger team that everybody's chasing has got to be Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, but Emirates Team New Zealand is saying, you know what? You're going to have to do a lot to beat us. Let's take a look at the standings. This one includes Emirates Team New Zealand, and there are the points, and it's, well, 4 points. New Zealand, Italy, and Great Britain. If you take them out of the equation, what does it say? It says what we really already know. Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli, unbeaten so far, but close on their tail. Ineos Britannia and the USA, and France and Switzerland. Could that be a battle for the final spot in the semi-finals of the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series? We shall just have to wait and see. Coming up in a couple of days, tomorrow, it's a day off for the commentary team, but not for the not for the teams. And we'll start with that big race. It will be Alinghi Red Bull Racing against Orient Express Racing. So we have an absolutely wonderful Sunday here in Barcelona. The fans have come out in all shapes and sizes, and the racing has delivered. We got conditions that produce magnificent speeds, wrapping up at around 45 knots, and everybody put their heads down and got on with the job. Who will get on with the job on Tuesday? We shall find out. Join us in Barcelona live for the America's Cup.